Hello and welcome to the day ahead. It is Friday, October the 10th. I'm Andrew Gagan. Well, the local share market is set to open lower this morning with ASX futures off by around 0.4%. The bout of selling has captured global equity markets despite any significant market moving news. Stocks on Wall Street were low with the S&P 500 and Nasdaq easing from the previous session's record closing highs and the blue chip Dow suffering the deepest decline amid concerns of a bubble forming. JP Chase Chief Executive Jamie Dimon has said there's a heightened risk of a significant correction in the US stock market within the next 6 months to 2 years, citing factors including geopolitical tensions, government spending and remilitarisation. JP is among the big banks which kick off third quarter earnings season next week. Among the mega cap tech stocks, shares of Tesla fell on news of an investigation into its full self-driving system in the wake of 50 reports of traffic-related violations and a series of crashes. Delta Airlines shares gained altitude after it provided an upbeat forecast for the current quarter after posting stronger than expected third quarter earnings. US retailer Costco rose after reporting September sales data. Shares of lithium producer Albemarle rose as China tightened export controls on rare earths. And shares of the gold miners have fallen heavily as the bullion price tumbled more than 2%. And in Europe, Italian luxury car maker Ferrari notched its worst single-day drop on record as its long-term financial targets disappointed investors despite unveiling its first fully electric production vehicle. Well, Federal Reserve policymaker John Williams says a candidate to become the next Fed chair has advocated further easing this year, citing weakness in the labour market, saying the risks of a further slowdown in the labour market is something I'm focused on. If anything, the information suggested that the tariff effects have been a little smaller than I expected. There's more downside risk to the labour market and employment, and that is something that takes some of the upside risk of it off of inflation. Meanwhile, in Europe, the minutes from the ECB September meeting revealed that officials considered another interest rate cut, saying while a further rate cut in the coming months would better protect the inflation target, both under the baseline and across a range of adverse scenarios, the materialisation of upside risks would instead warrant maintaining the current level of the policy rate. Well, US Treasury yields are higher after an auction of longer-dated bonds pointed to average demand amid the shutdown of the federal US government there that has blocked the release of official economic indicators. The US two-year Treasury yield rising 3.6%, the 10-year was up to 4.15%. The US dollar index is up around 0.5% on the day at a 2-month high. The Aussie has fallen back to 65.5 US cents. Oil prices are lower after Israel and the Palestinian militant group Hamas signed a ceasefire agreement in Gaza with Israeli hostages to be exchanged for Palestinian prisoners in the first phase of President Trump's peace plan. Brent crude futures down more than 1.5% at $65 a barrel. Copper is little changed, iron ore rising more than 1.5% to $105 a tonne, and the Gaza ceasefire plus profit taking and a high US dollar has seen gold fall 2%. Back below $4,000 an ounce. And silver has followed, easing from its record high $51 an ounce. Bitcoin is also lower, trading at around $121,000. Locally today, we get the monthly business turnover indicator for August, and RBA Governor Michelle Bullock will appear before a Senate Estimates Committee in Canberra. That is your day ahead. We'll see you again on Monday.